Come in. Hey, Miss Jones. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Take a seat. So, I'm Wyman Chan from the Rainbow Magical Rehab, and I'll be assisting you today with your intake interview. So, also serve as your case manager. So, we're gonna do a couple of things today. First off, we're gonna have our procedural safeguards. You could look over that after, or if you have any questions, you could contact me.
Okay.
And we're also going to have our confidentially consent form, which just everything's going to be kept here and protect your confidentiality, your information, anything like that. And if another, let's say, case manager or doctor is going to look at your file, then it'll go through you first, and then you get approved. You'll sign it to get the approval, so then they can look over your stuff.
Okay.
Alright, you can just sign it. It's right there. So, Miss Jones, did you want to be called Sarah, Miss Jones? You have a nickname?
Sarah's fine.
Sarah? Alright. Well, it says you're diagnosed with bipolar disorder when you're 25, which was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And now you're having maniac episodes and depression
Yeah.
episodes?
I've actually had that for about 2 years already, and it first started with, I guess, maniac episodes, and depression back to back. I wouldn't get a lot of sleep. I'd go days without sleeping, and I guess my parents started noticing these patterns, and I actually got diagnosed at 25 with the bipolar tests.
Okay, I see. Alright. Well, when we start the intake interview, I'll be taking some notes down. If that's a problem or anything, I'll be also looking at the computer screen to pull up some more information. Is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Yes. Alright. So then, we're going to start off with some questions, and also we're going to start with the intake interview. And did you have any other impairments besides the maniac episodes and depression episodes?
No.
No? Do you know what caused the disability?
No, I wasn't really aware of it. Like I said, I wasn't really aware of it until I was referred to a doctor. My parents thought it was a good idea to go to the doctor, and I went, and then that's when they informed me that I had bipolar.
Okay. Also, at any time, if you'd like me to elaborate on anything, I can, or take the questions more slowly, or if you want a better explanation, I could do that for you.
Okay.
So, did you previously or are receiving any treatment for this?
Yeah, I'm actually on some mood stabilizers only because I do have a lot of mood swings with the depression and with the maniac episodes. It'll vary from time to time. And also, since this started, I haven't really had much sleep, or I have trouble sleeping, so I am on Ambien to help me sleep.
Okay, I understand. Right. Are you still currently taking the medication, or you have stopped recently?
I don't take it as often as I should, only because I don't feel like it's working. I guess I just kind of let the sleeping take over. If I can sleep, I can sleep. If I can't, well, I really don't feel like the Ambien is working. But I do take my mood stabilizer only because it helps me out during the day.
Right. And during the day, do you have a lot of stress, or how is it a long day for you, or you just have a lot of mood swings?
Well, it just depends how I wake up in the morning, if you want to put it that way. Sometimes I won't be able to sleep. I'll just wake up with a ton of energy. I'll be fine at work, but then other days I'll go into a depression and I won't show up to work. So the mood stabilizers kind of do help me to keep continuing with my job. But yeah, my day is usually long, regular work day, from like 9 a.m. to like around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Just depends on the office. I am a secretary, so.
Okay. So, like, you would say about 50-50 chance you would have some hardship at work when you have mood swings, and then the other times you would be okay and taking the medication and you'll be totally fine the rest of the day.
Yes.
All right. Have you taken any psychological tests recently?
No. I know I do go through some depression stages, but I've never actually had suicidal thoughts, so I've never actually thought I needed psychological tests.
Okay. So tell me more about, let's see, since it was 2 years ago and I'd probably say you just graduated at a university or college. Tell me more about your high school, your elementary, or your current college experience.
Well, I have currently been alright up to the point in college, which is I guess the stress of college, like doing my bachelor's. It just kind of sort of triggered like my bipolar, because I know my mother was diagnosed with depression, but she was never actually diagnosed with bipolar. And so I think just like the stress of like college and having to care for my parents took its toll. I just kind of started noticing symptoms. Well, my parents started noticing the symptoms and told me to go to the doctor to see if anything was wrong or if it was just depression. But like I said, I would have mood swings. Like, one day I'd be totally energetic and then the next I wouldn't. But like, yeah, I did go to UTPA. I did graduate, but it was kind of hard because I would miss like classes because sometimes I'd be depressed and wouldn't want to go. But luckily for me, I did get diagnosed, so it made it a little easier when I had medication to keep attending class, and I did graduate. But yeah, it's still a little hard for me to keep up with my job and balance everyday life.
So for the most part, you would say you would like school during.
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, it was fine. It was just trying to maintain between my life with household, family, and then with school.
As before you got diagnosed with that, did you have medication you were taking, or
No, I didn't have anything.
you weren't treated?
I didn't think it was anything serious to worry about.
Okay. So tell me about your relationship with your friends and family. The past or right now, currently?
Well, I do have my parents, and then I have one other sibling. She's an older sister, but she lives in another state, so I don't really see her as often. She kind of just went her own way. So it's just my parents. I do have friends. I do have like 1-2 close friends that I do, kind of help me manage my way through life, I guess. But it's kind of hard because, sometimes I do feel depressed, or sometimes I make wrong choices, and it's kind of hard for them to keep up with everything I do or how I'm feeling. But I do have friends that do help me out.
So your parents would be a big supporter in your life?
Somewhat. Like I said, my mom, she was diagnosed with like depression, so she's not always there when I need her. But she's a little better. My dad would probably be a bigger supporter, only because he tries to take care of both of us as best possible he can.
I understand. Alright. Hold on, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, but do you have a works compensation pending or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do work for a medical office, and I have informed them about my bipolar disorder, and they're fine with that, and they're helping me like making like accommodations, like they make sure that I do take my medications and that I'm feeling okay. If I ever have like a day that I'm off or something, they'll try to work with me. But yeah, I do have workers' comp. It's currently pending only because I guess if you want to say it's psychological, I mean they're trying to get me to take psychological tests, I believe,
Okay,
in case of anything serious.
I see. Well, it looks like we have reached to the end of our intake interview, and we'll be in contact with you and see what kind of services we could help you with. And as far as anything else, did you have any questions for me?
I was just wondering how long is it gonna take to know if I need services? Because I mean, I'm fine, but I hear that I should get like extra help or something. I was just wondering.
I totally understand. Well, your process might take between like about 2 to 6 weeks, but I'm pretty sure we could do something for you, since maybe it might be a case more sensitive, or might not be as um, important as the other ones. But it usually takes around 2 to 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and it's a pretty responsive time. I mean, if you have any questions or anything, like it's gonna be on the papers, my name, phone number, and everything else. But as far as the procedural safeguards and the confidentiality form, or anything you had to tell me, no more questions besides that?
No, that's all I had.
Alright, well, thank you, sir, for coming in today. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks.